Caitlin's Corner. And this was
Caitlin.
actually, she published this last night. I put it in this morning's edition. We are ruled by apes with PR firms. I just thought that was just freaking genius. I love her. I love her. Right? And of course, you can listen to the reading, which is droll and hilarious. But there are some great little snippets in here. Again, subscribe to Caitlin's newsletter, CaitlinJohnstone.substack.com. She's the best. Ko-fi, Patreon. I don't know if she has Patreon. I think she just has Ko-fi. That's where I subscribe to her. So yeah, basically we're watching sociopathic oligarchs shore up more and more control over the global population. Our electoral systems are rigged to prevent us from doing anything about it. And our information systems are stacked to prevent mass-scale direct action against it.
Yep.
You can't vote your way out of a problem you never voted your way into in the first place. You can't have a revolution while everyone is successfully propagandized into accepting things as they are. Any solution, therefore, is going to have to come from somewhere they haven't secured. I mean, this is so good. Here's the we're ruled by apes with PR firms.
Yep.
The sociopaths who rule our world are no more conscious of their own inner processes than your average serial killer. Just so good. So good. And again, no normal people want digital identity laws passed. Rank and file members of the public aren't sitting around going, man, it sure sucks we can't prove our identity online with a digital ID that contains all our information. Only the powerful want this, and for good reason. This is a link to the Gray Zone article from Max Blumenthal about digital passports. And who was the other person? I can't think of him, but outstanding piece there as well. If you're voicing very basic human rights concerns about mandates and digital IDs, will get you called an anti-vaxxer, and it will. Is there any reason to treat that label like it's a real thing with any actual meaning anymore? Yeah, Planet of the Propagandist is right.
You know what's funny? I saw that next one as a tweet she just put out. Like that whole thing is like
These are notes from the edge
one
of
of
the
her
narrative
tweets.
matrix. So these are like kind of her deep thoughts,
Yep.
rearranged. Sometimes they're haiku, sometimes they're tweets, sometimes they're a
Sometimes they're haiku.
paragraph. But either way, they're steeped in brilliance anytime Caitlin's gonna put them out. Because I saw this one. First hackers, then Havana Syndrome microwave beams. It sure is crazy how Russia keeps attacking the U.S. in invisible ways that only U.S. intelligence agencies can see. So good. I'm old enough to remember when advancing U.S. military objectives needed to be justified by actual physical events, like planes crashing into buildings. Now it's justified by invisible, unverifiable allegations for which the evidence is classified.
Classified.
So good. Tax the rich in practice just means tax the rich a tiny amount more, which will make no material difference, and will be rolled back the instant Republicans are in control. In practice, slow incremental change always means no change at all. The purpose of establishment propaganda is to deceive the ruled into believing that their interests are one and the same as the interests of their rulers. I think it was actually before Bill Maher really turned the corner, used to say, how is it that every Republican's interests align perfectly with that of the Koch brothers? And I thought that was actually a really good point.
Yep.
So again, everybody support our wonderful friend Caitlin Johnstone. She does have a Patreon, PayPal, buy her books. Subscribe on CaitlinJohnstone.com or on Substack. She's also on Medium.
Yeah.
Everyone, racist platforms excluded, has her permission to republish because she's based and she's kick-ass and we love her to death. And she accepts Bitcoin donations if you want to hook her up with that. Nice. So thank you, Caitlin. Thanks for the retweets this week. You're blowing up my Twitter and I love it and I appreciate it. And I really appreciate all your support and we appreciate your voice out there and we need more voices.